guys, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. For today's reading, we are taking a look at what you are manifesting at the time that you are tuning into this reading. We have 3 piles to choose from, and let's get our significator cards to help you choose your pile. Pile number 1, what is pile number 1 manifesting? These cards will help you decide which pile is meant for you. Pile number 1. We have a lot that wanted to come out. We're going to take the top card. We have the Creator. And for pile number 3, what card will help with pile number 3's reading? Top card, we have the Judge. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have the Healer card with this beautiful leaf. For pile number 2, we have the Creator card with the 4-leaf clover. For pile number 4, we have the Judge card with the tree. Alright, these are your pile choices. Pause the video if you need more time to meditate on which pile is calling you. You may be drawn to more than one reading, and that is okay. The timestamps will be in the description box below, and I will see you guys at your readings. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose the leaf with the Healer card. And just as I started to do this reading, this beautiful light started coming in through the trees in my backyard and started to shine on this reading. So I love that, especially since we have the Healer card here. So for me, I see that there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of healing taking place. You are shedding your skin from a phase of your life. There's something new taking place. You yourself are growing and expanding, healing. A new phase of life. Let's see what else you're manifesting with this growth period. We have healing. Oh, I love this. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring to me your healing power. We have 29, which is also an 11, so this is definite expansion, manifestation, new beginnings, embracing your ability to heal yourself, that we all have that power to heal ourselves and to overcome and to discover our truth. Let's see, letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Okay. So yeah, you are manifesting healing, healing from the past, healing from pain, healing from your sadness, your burdens, things that you've been carrying along with you, things from the past, painful memories. And you are manifesting some healing into your life. And it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of forgiveness, it takes a lot of holding on to things that are no longer serving us, and to shine our light into those parts of our hearts and into our minds, to illuminate what it is that's been buried in there for so long, and to bring them to light, to bring them to wholeness, to bring ourselves to wholeness. We have magical powers. I weave and clear. I cast and know. Magic secrets to me now show. Look at the phoenix rising from the ashes here. And we have another 6. We have 66 here. You might want to look that number up. I know 6 relates to our family, to love, to nurturing, to our comforts, things like that, our security. So those are some things that you are potentially healing and moving through right now. But with the phoenix rising from the ashes, this is the transformation that has to take place when we go through a healing journey and experience. We are never the same person that we used to be before the initial wound. You know, when we go on that healing journey, we discover new things about ourselves, how much we've grown, how far we've come, how we have changed from the person we used to be when we first experienced the initial wound to who we are today as a more evolved, grown being. And it usually takes that perspective, the more older, wiser version of ourselves, in order to heal our young, unknowing version of ourselves, because who you are today is not the person who you were, and the wisdom that you have today isn't the wisdom you had back then. And there's that old saying, if I knew then what I know now, I would have done things differently. But that comes with wisdom and age, and we do the best we can with what we know in the moment. So allowing yourself forgiveness and any choices that you've made that maybe you feel were something you need to regret or hold on to or blame and shame yourself for. It's time to let them go, and it's time to accept this healing so that a new you can rise up from the ashes with all the wisdom that you've learned through this experience. And it can be very hard sometimes, because if we don't understand and learn and let go of these experiences, we end up placing ourselves back on the wheel to learn those experiences over and over again. And I've said this in several of my readings. Earth is like a school, and we sign up to take particular classes, and we have specific teachers, and we have different classmates that we're learning similar lessons with. We also sign contracts to learn lessons from people that are here to inflict wounds on us, to make us see ourselves from different angles, to help us restore our truth so that we learn who we really are and learn not to look outside of ourselves for our own truth, not to seek it from anybody else but our own source from within. And when we learn in the classes that we sign up for, when we start to learn our lessons and we start passing our tests, we start understanding, why am I in this class? What am I here to learn? And you start passing these tests, and you start moving up the ladder. You start graduating certain lessons and moving on to other lessons. And so if we hold on too tight and we don't forgive and we don't let go and we don't move forward, we stay in this cycle, in this loop over and over and over again, until we finally set ourselves free and we finally learn the lessons. We figure out the pattern, the repeating pattern, and we set ourselves free from having to go through these experiences over and over again. And that's when the healing can take place. That's when we transform. That's when we become somebody new and we begin a new journey. So this might be what starts to take place for you, that you're manifesting, is this healing, this new beginning for yourself. What do we have? Abundance. I am grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. Look at this beautiful transformation coming in, this cleansing of your emotions, this purification that's coming in here. It's the end of this cycle, the end of this class, these lessons. It's time for you to move forward, to come from a place of gratitude. Anytime when we're coming through a healing, our heart expands when we learn from our lessons, when we learn the lesson, because then we can see the beauty and the divinity in the creation of it. Like I had to do this and this and this in order to understand this and this, you know, and it's just this divine orchestration that source creator like weaves together for us to get these tools, to get our wisdom, to rediscover ourselves and remember who we really are. And sometimes it can be hard when we're going through the struggle and we're in the middle of it to try and find gratitude, but it's in the healing aspect. That's where the healing takes place, is when we enter into our heart space and we start to see things from our heart versus our mind, where we're logically looking at things. When we get into our heart and try to understand things from from our center, that's when we start to see, you know, how things add up and how things can start to make sense, and we learn from that space, and you can start to open up to have more gratitude for everything that's in your life, everyone that is remaining in your life, for all the gifts and the blessings that you have. Because sometimes when we're going through hardships, like, we don't even think we're going to make it out alive. We don't even know how we survived it, you know, but we did, and you did, and you have overcome. And so that's where you can find your gratitude, is that you have been through so much, you've come a long way, and you still have this beautiful heart, you know, and see how you need to pour more love into yourself. We have cycles. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body, and tune into the moon's magic. Yeah, there's some sadness here. There's some letting go. There's some endings that need to take place, and those might be, you know, hard and sad because maybe you've lost some people along the way, or some dreams, some desires that you had, you know, you've had to let go of in order for you to, you know, just survive or push through. And it can be very difficult, especially when we have this idea of how we want things to, you know, to pan out, and that's not, you know, sources or the divine or God's plan for us, you know. And that's where we have to surrender our control, and we have to let go, you know, to those circumstances, because we can have an idea of what we want, but essentially we don't have the control over other people's destinies, you know. And it can be sad, and that's something that you need to honor, is how you feel. Sorry guys, my throat started to shift, so that might be a truth of yours, you know. Honor your feelings, honor your truth. And if you feel sad, it's okay to, you know, let yourself be sad and to mourn for things that, you know, didn't come to pass. Or if you have a loved one who passed, and it's something, a source of your pain, and you know, you're afraid that if you move forward that you're dishonoring them in some way, and you know, that's not the truth. You have to follow your heart, and your loved one wouldn't want you sitting in pain mourning them for the rest of your life. You know, they've already transitioned, they're already in, you know, they're in their bliss state, you know, and it would break their heart to have you sitting here in mourning and in loss for the rest of your life, you know. Allow yourself the time you need, but don't feel guilty when you feel that it's time to move on, you know, because everything has a cycle and everything has its time. And there's people who are in our lives for, you know, a moment, a second, a month, a year, a lifetime, you know, and each one brings its gift, each one brings, you know, messages, each one brings a lesson, you know. And so it's just taking it in stride, taking it as it comes, living one day at a time, and not living too far in the past and not living too far into the future. It's being here in the present moment, and enjoying the gift that each day brings. We have achievement. Keep focused on your dream. Yes. Stay in the present moment. It's okay to look back over the past, and have that, you know, mourning for things or people in your life, you know, but don't linger there too long. Be grateful for everything and the time that was spent with individuals, or in that moment, maybe there was a time of your life that you miss, and you miss those experiences, but we all move forward. We all have to move on, and life always presents us with more lessons, more obstacles, more challenges, and more blessings. And so try to focus on being more here in the present and what it is that you want to create, becoming this new version of yourself, who you are today, what is it that you want to do? What do you want to achieve from having been through all of this? We have air guardian, shift your perception. Okay. So yeah, these are your thoughts, it's shifting how you see things and learning to look at them from a different angle. We have waterfall, effortless. This is the surrendering that needs to take place, and allowing this cleansing energy to just wash over you. Allow yourself to be healed, to be nurtured and loved. Take some time out to be with yourself, to just enjoy where you are today and everything that you've come through. And allow yourself to receive happiness. Allow yourself to receive, your dreams come true, your worthiness, your value, your everything that you may misperceive about yourself as not deserving or good enough in any kind of way. It's time for you to open up your heart and allow, your tears to cleanse you. Our tears are, I can't remember how many different types. I think we have 3 different types of tears. I can only remember 2 at the moment. I know one is for when we're overwhelmed with joy. We can have those tears. When we're in pain, we have those tears. And those tears, when we're in pain, they actually help cleanse and purify us. And they're made of a different chemical than the other tears are, which is so wild that we have these beautiful tools within our body. The body is meant to heal itself. And if we just allow ourselves that natural blessing and gift to wash over us, there's a sense of peace that comes after acknowledging, your pain, after acknowledging your sadness, and allowing yourself to just honor your truth and come from that place of acceptance. You will find yourself being more whole and not lingering in the past over the sadness that you have in your heart. Pile number 1. We have wolf with instinct. Let me get the other one. We have fog veiled. Yeah, there's something that you're not seeing yet, and that's going to come in for you soon after this manifestation of healing. After this healing work, you're going to be able to see things from this beautiful perspective. This healing's going to shift your perspective. You may have felt like you've been very alone and isolated, but you've also been, I think, a little too much in the past and in your mind and in your pain. But this healing energy is here waiting for you to just accept it, to open your heart to receiving this transformation, to receiving these blessings that are trying to pour in over you. We have mending. Oh, yeah, you've got a broken heart, pile number 1. And you're manifesting this healing energy. You want to heal. You want the balance to be restored. So this might be something that you've been working on. You might have been already working on healing the past and healing your sadness and, forming that bridge reconnecting yourself to, you know, who you are today and how you see yourself today, and becoming your own healer. Because nobody can do the work for us. It's up to us to do the work. You know, we have to climb that mountain on our own. This is a journey of self-discovery, of self-remembrance, of self-healing and self-care and self-love. And it's up to us to go on that journey. Nobody can do this for us. I have a little bit of space here, so I want to get a few more cards for you, pile number 1, just to add to this spot. Let's see. Let's get some more of these unicorn cards. Pile number 1. We have innocence. Time to play. Nurture your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder. And I love that. We have that right here with these 2 children who are like, you know, they're working on something together. So this is you working on yourself and restoring your heart, mending your heart back so that you feel more whole and at peace with how you perceive yourself, how you perceive the situations and everything that you've been through. Yeah, you guiding your inner child and bringing your inner child, you know, that healing and nurturing love that it feels like maybe it didn't receive. Let's get you one more card and then we'll go ahead and close out your reading, pile number 1. But this healing is coming in for you. Ooh, we have abundance twice. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. Ooh, look at this beautiful rainbow alicorn here with the rainbow in the sky. Your blessings are coming. Pile number 1. Continue to just nurture yourself, love yourself, heal yourself. And this abundance, you know, and abundance can come in many ways. It's not only financially, but it's an abundance of love. It's an abundance of perspective, of family, of people in your life, of community, of happy thoughts, of good deeds, of abundance of healing, abundance of achievements, of spiritual gifts, connections. I mean, you name it. Abundance comes in so many different forms. And that's what's coming in for you, pile number 1. I'm so happy for you to receive this healing. You just have to open yourself up to receive it. All right, pile number 1. That was your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if this pile has resonated with you. Please like and subscribe, and I'd love to have you back for future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. This is your reading. You chose the Creator card with the good luck charm, the 4-leaf clover. And what I feel for you, which is also really awesome, is that it looks like an eye, like the iris. So there's something, a vision that you have, something you've been wanting to manifest. And with this 4-leaf clover, I see that you are about to receive some good luck. So some good news is coming in for you. This manifestation, this creation that you're wanting to bring forward. You have like a blessing of that creation, that vision that you have. The creator archetype, you know, they're able to create from this blank canvas. They are somebody who is an artist, you know, they're able to pull from like that empty room and bring something forward from the unmanifest and to manifest something like beautiful, artful, you have like a visionary spirit, very colorful perception here. And good luck is on your side. Let's see what we have. Ooh, abundance. How amazing. Goddess of abundance divine. Let me thrive. Let fortune be mine. That's what I'm talking about. That good luck. So maybe you have been wanting to manifest a certain amount of abundance in your life. That can be in, so many different areas, whether it's in the financial department, love, inspiration, creativity, resources to fund a project. It can be ideas. Abundance is in so many forms. It's not just about, finances, although this may be something that you've been wanting to manifest, is opportunities to increase your financial abundance. This is also just a full spectrum. Abundance comes in so many different ways, so just take what applies for you. We have harvest. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. I love this. This is my pile. I have been, this year for Halloween, as y'all can see, my nails are very Halloweeny. I've chosen the scarecrow, and I was speaking to one of my friends, and we were talking about the different archetypes that we all choose to wear for the holidays, Halloween specifically. That's mainly the one we dress up for. But, the spirit of the scarecrow, because I'm dressing up as a scarecrow, and I was looking into a deeper meaning of the scarecrow, and they are somebody who protects the harvest. And I was like, oh my goodness, like so much of it resonated for me. And so to have this harvest card come out, that's how I know that this is a message that is also meant for me. So I'm super excited to see what all is going to be revealed here to all of us who are on this same frequency. Our harvest is about to come in. Our good luck is coming in. All the work, everything that we have been, watching over, we've been tending to the harvest. We've been waiting for our ship to come in, so to say. We've been doing the hard work. We've been watching over, this seed that we've been growing for so long now, and now the harvest is about to come in. We're about to reap the harvest for all that we have, all the energy we've put out and expelled. We're on the receiving end and about to receive those blessings. So I'm super excited. Congratulations to all of y'all. Oh my goodness, I love these cards. We have imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Look, and we have this artist who's also painting. So there is this beautiful vision that you have had for yourself, that you've been focused on, that you've been visualizing. You've been waiting for this to come in. It's something that you've wanted so much, and you deserve it. Pile number 2. We have a 2 here. We have a 7 and a 5. It's a definite shift in the energies of being now on the receiving end. That balance being restored, reaping of this harvest. We have this family gathered around what looks like it's a basket of apples, when it's the harvest. And we have this woman here who's holding it appears to be the wheat in this cornucopia that's in this one hand here. So this abundance of blessings. So it's not just one, it's many different blessings that are coming in for you. Many manifestations are going to be coming in. And don't limit what is coming in and try to narrow it down. Like, use your imagination and to focus on being open to receiving everything that's meant to be coming into your life right now, because there's a lot of blessings that are trying to reach you at the moment. Pile number 2. So stay open, stay focused on that receiving energy and being grateful. We have the healer. I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. And we have this 8 here. So we have this balance that's being restored. We have this mothering energy coming forward. And your manifestations, everything that you've been nurturing, this nurturing seed right here, you've been mothering it, you've been nurturing it, you've been allowing yourself to be in that place of receiving. And it's all coming in for you. I'm so excited. We have magic, make a wish, believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. Exactly. Use that imagination Be open to like believing that the impossible is possible, because at this point it is. You have done so much work. You have been focusing on being worthy enough, being valuable, seeing yourself as somebody who is deserving of everything that you give to others. You know, you pour your heart into other people. You're always trying to uplift everyone and inspire others to, you know, heal themselves and to do the work and understand themselves and heal from their pain and to see things from these higher perspectives. You've been a guide to others, and to the point of sometimes maybe you may have neglected your own needs and your own self-care, and that is what you had been working on. You have shifted into this place of being open to receiving your harvest, everything that you've worked on within yourself and all that you pour out into others, you know, and the saying of giving to others, so that, you know, give as you want to receive, give to receive. But we're not taught how to receive. And you have been working on healing something that has been within you that made you feel like you weren't good enough or worthy enough. And when you fill yourself, your cup, fill your own cup with that abundance mindset of being worthy and deserving of all the love that you share, of all the abundance of blessings, the abundance of your love, the abundance of helping one another, you know, even giving to others when maybe you're not in a stable situation, but to watch and witness somebody else suffer or go without, you know, it's something that you just can't do. You know that you're always going to be provided for. And so it gives you a sense of love and fulfillment to help others. And now it's time for you to be on the receiving end. The universe wants to bless you with something, many things as a matter of fact, and it's going to be super magical. It's going to come in these unexpected ways. So you'll just start to see like a little trickle of things start coming in, and then all of a sudden you'll start seeing like an abundance of abundance coming into your life. So pay attention to the signs, be open to those miracles and those blessings. Believe that it's possible, believe in the impossible, believe in miracles. You know, this is like winning the lottery type of energy. So just be open. Don't let any doubt, you know, just focus on that receiving, using your imagination of all the possibilities. We have Nine of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, and protection. Yeah, this has been something that you've been working on for a while, and it's coming to fruition. We have 37 here. This is 10. This is the end, yet the beginning of something new, something that's going to restore, you know, so much balance in your life. It's going to bring peace. It's going to bring harmony. It's divinely protected. This is something that is like your destiny. It's going to make your heart feel so full, and you're going to feel so expanded. And it's something that is going to last generations with this tree here. This is like a legacy. This is something that is meant for you. This is divined by the stars. It's bringing in that balance. It's restoring the balance. Because you have restored the balance within yourself by being open to receiving. We have traveler, move in a new direction. So some of you might be asked to travel. Some of you might be going on new adventures. This beautiful abundance, this creation, this manifestation, maybe you are wanting to move. Maybe this could be a new home. This could be going on adventures or just taking a vacation. You know, take what applies to you. But this is something that's going to set you forward, this beautiful blessing of abundance that's coming in for you. It's going to help move you and shift you into a new direction, because you will have this beautiful blessing, this magical abundance, this possibilities. You know, everything is opening up for you right now. Protection, guardian, drop your shields. Like I was saying, this is something that is your destiny. It's been waiting for you. It's been divinely protected. Maybe this is also telling you to guard yourself from people who just want to show up when everything's, on the good for you. Maybe they weren't there while the times were tough, and that's something that you've been having to work through on your own. You've been, tilling the soil, planting the seeds, weeding the garden, and now the harvest is coming in. And then some people just want to jump on the boat when there's a harvest versus being there through the hard work, the sweat, the tears, and putting, their energy into the hard work of the production of everything and the manifestation of everything, and holding on to that faith of hoping and knowing that the harvest is going to come, and holding that vision. And others might not have been, there. They just want to jump on the wagon when the getting's good, and that's not fair to you. They don't deserve that. And so definitely make sure that you're protecting your heart and protecting that harvest that's coming in, and knowing who is, worthy and deserving, and who just wants a piece of the pie after all the work's been done. Be very discerning about that, pile number 2. And don't feel guilty. We have love and compassion. Actually, I'm going to put this over here. Yeah, protect your heart from anybody, because some people just want to guilt you and shame you. And you've done all this work and this blessing has come in for you. And, others just might want to just take, and have done nothing to prove loyalty or commitment or dedication. They just want to use that card of, well, we're family, or, you owe this to me because way back in the day, such and such and such and such happened, and I did this for you that one time, and people will try to use whatever tool of manipulation they can just to manipulate your heart and take from you. But when you needed them through the hard work that you've been going through, were they there supporting you? So just use your discernment about that. You can have compassion and love for people, but it doesn't mean that you owe anyone anything. Just because they're family doesn't mean that you owe them something. Use your heart, use your discernment on who you want to share these blessings with. We have new moon promise. Yeah, it's your destiny to receive this, and stay in your heart space of this giving and receiving, because we have this one hand that's open and this other hand that's, touching and giving. So make sure that you are using your heart of discernment of who is allowed to come into your life and be a part of the celebration, in a sense, Pay attention to those who just want to use and manipulate you, pile number 2. I truly relate to this. I have a lot of family members that act that way. When things were really, really hard, they just, left without a word. It's like they saw, things were going to be really, really hard. And they just decided, you know what? Nope. And it was like a save yourself mentality without even having a conversation. No warning, no preparing. And make sure that you are balanced in your giving and receiving of yourself, because when you receive abundance, you our nature, empaths and everything, people who are, very spiritual, we want to bless other people. It makes us feel good to help other people, but at the same time, like, you can prevent them from learning certain lessons and having to go through specific things for their soul evolution. And so knowing when not to cross that boundary, and when it's something that they need to work through on their own and utilize their own skills and, faith and everything like that, and till their soil so that their harvest can come in. You don't want to prevent people from having to gain mastery themselves, just like you've had to. And so yes, it's okay to help somebody through a sticky situation, just to put them back on the course, but it's another thing to prevent somebody from having to learn their work. So definitely use this discernment. I can't say that enough, because this is your promise. This is your harvest for all the hard work that you've done, and you deserve this. We have this This couple who's looking at the sun, you know, it's this new dawn, this new beginning for you. And you deserve it. We have to be fair. Exactly. That's why this is sticking out to me so much. We have the scales of justice here, you know what I mean? And using that discernment to find the balance of knowing who is deserving and who is just, you know, attention seeking or playing a victim or just wanting to manipulate you and feeling sorry for them so that you will, you know, pour into them, and they're just using you. They're just trying to, you know, and once they get what they want from you, they just disappear out of your life, never to be seen again, because they're not really, you know, connected to you. They just want your blessings. They want your reward. They want everything that you've worked hard for. And that's not fair to you, because this is your blessing and you deserve this. I got some empty spots right here, so I'm going to try and see what I can put in this area to some reminders, some blessings for you. Let's work with these right here. Let's get some animal messages. Pile number 2, please. What are they manifesting? Can we give them some more guidance about this beautiful harvest that's coming in? We have Eagle Mastery. Look at that. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. With this mastery here, exactly, you have achieved this. You have the vision, and use that vision, use that discernment on who to bless with these blessings that are coming in for you with your harvest, because I feel like this is going to be very abundant, like, and I'm feeling money, like this is prosperity. This is a legacy, something that you can bless many, many people with on your path. And you're to use this eagle vision. You know, the eagle can fly high. It can fly higher than all the other birds, and it has this eagle vision. Like it can see, you know, a fish in the lake from way high up in the sky. You know, this beautiful perspective that you have. And we have cat. Ooh, you are a natural leader. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. This independence here, it's trust your instincts, you know, to know, and you will, because you have been doing this work. You have mastered. You're the one who's gained that mastery over the physical world. You've found that balance. You've found your healing. You've been working on this manifestation. You've been visualizing it. You've been holding it in your heart. You've been open to receiving. You've been believing in the magic, believing that you're deserving and worthy enough. You've been tending to the soil. You've been nurturing the seeds. And now it's time for you to reap the harvest, all this abundance that's coming in for you, pile number 2. And you're going to be going on this a beautiful journey, because it's going to create this new space for you, a whole new life almost. You know, it's like a whole different timeline than what you've been used to. But you do need to protect this harvest, you know. You do need to use that discernment over who is worthy and deserving of having this help. And it's people who are on the journey with you, you know. They're doing the work, they're overcoming, they're healing, they're wanting to help other people, you know. They're like on a similar mission, not the ones who just want to waller in their pain and their victimhood, and then use manipulation tactics to try to prey on your guilt or your anything that makes you feel like, you know, what you're doing isn't right, and that if you don't do this, you know, it makes you second guess yourself. And stand in your strength and in your truth of knowing when somebody's trying to manipulate you versus when somebody is truly, you know. And you don't even have to, because I'm the type of person, when I help people, like, I don't need the recognition for it. You know, sometimes you just do things because it's in your heart to do them, not because you're trying to get anything from that. And I feel that's exactly who you are too. But know who is an ally and who's just trying to manipulate your emotions, pile number 2. All right, pile number 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much for being here today. Congratulations on this beautiful manifestation that's coming in for you, because you deserve it. You've done the work and it's coming in. This good luck. Be open to the possibilities. Believe in magic. Believe in miracles, because it is surrounding you right now. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love to have you here for future readings. If y'all feel called to, comment in the comment section below. Let me know if this reading resonated for you. Till then, I will see you all next time. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Pile number 3, this is your reading. You chose the Judge card with the tree. So the Judge, it's almost like the I want to say they're very good at discernment, and they can also be very critical at the same time. So there's this, anybody who's ever felt judged by somebody, it's somebody who, wants to be critical of your nature, of your choices, of your looks, etc. But they're also very good at setting boundaries and using that discernment over who is an ally, who is, somebody who is a good friend, and witnessing, good in the world, but also somebody who's judging of other people's actions and choices at the same time. And there's this like discernment that has to be used. And we all need like the Judge, because it helps us discern when to make a choice, and I feel like there's a choice that needs to be made with you, pile number 3. And it requires you to be very, I want to say guarded, but you need to be discern who is an ally and who needs to have boundaries in place, to protect your heart or to protect this manifestation that's coming in for you. And it needs you to have this perception, this wise perception, this discerning eye. The Judge sometimes gets a bad rap, because there's a lot of people out there who are very judgmental. They can be very, it's where racism originates, the separation originates, because there's this like perception that people have that creates that separation, and this divide. But we need like our judgment, because it helps us to discern, when to act and when to respond, or when to sit and allow people to learn specific lessons, because it's part of their journey and their mission. It's knowing when to apply the energy, right? When to open your hand to help or receive help, or knowing when to set those boundaries and say that's enough. So let's see what else the Judge archetype wants us to know. We have divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine, let their message be clear and kind. And it's card number 38, so 11. So you may have been seeking guidance, asking for, help in this decision of whatever this manifestation is, because the manifestation so far that I'm seeing is this you being open to receiving guidance, and help along the path to help you make a decision. And we have knowledge to confirm that. Let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. So, and this is a 10, so we have 1, 1, 1. So I feel like you are trying to tap into the spiritual realm, and wanting to receive guidance and support, something that will help you make a decision. And we have this genie lamp on this book here. So I feel a spiritual connection. You're wanting to achieve spiritual, knowledge, and to gain this guidance from your higher self, or from source, creator, from God, whatever you call the higher powers that be. Safe home. I cast the circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. Okay, I kind of felt something with your foundation. So this might have to do with like family. You may be having a little bit of conflict in your family. Maybe there's certain patterns of behavior that you're starting to notice, and you need that discernment on how to handle certain situations and certain people in your life. You know, maybe these people don't make you feel safe. Maybe you feel judged. And you want, you know, some guidance on how to handle these types of energies and these types of people so that you can feel safe. We have integration. I combine body, mind, and soul to lift all of humanity into a new dimension. 44, integration. Okay, with this card, I feel like you've learned something. You've received some spiritual guidance, and you want to learn how to apply this information into your life. You know, sometimes when people, there's a lot of people who start out in a religious home because those are the, you know, the times that our parents were raised in, you know. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody's beliefs or anything like that. You know, listen to your heart on what your truth is, because we're all guided and connected in our own way. And these are just my spiritual truths and belief systems. So just please take what resonates for you. I'm not trying to trigger anybody or put down anybody's belief system in any kind of way. But my when we were all growing up, when we were younger, you know, going to church was the normal thing. And sometimes not all of us feel accepted going to church. Some of us feel judged. Like my family, we weren't exactly very well off. My parents had 4 children, and we were kind of like, my parents were shamed a little bit by the way that we were dressed. I had cavities. My brother had cavities when we were younger. We didn't have money to go to the dentist or anything like that. And they would ask my parents questions about, do they have us brush our teeth and stuff like this. And, you know, just really judgmental comments. And it didn't feel very supported. My parents didn't feel supported by this community. And it wasn't just like one church. It was several different ones, you know. And not all people are like that. And we did meet several Christians and people of the church who were very sweet, and they were very Christ-like. And those are the ones that I gravitate towards versus the ones that are very judgy. And I don't believe that they're living from their Christ space. I believe they're living from a very judgmental place in their hearts, and they're not seeing how they are limiting their connection to Source and God. And I believe that certain teachings end up creating more division and separation versus unity and wholeness and coming together, which I believe is the true Christ teachings, is to bring us more into our heart versus that critical mind. And so you may feel very judged. You may be stepping onto a spiritual path. And sometimes when people start out from a religious place, it's very, you know, limited in their beliefs, and then they step into a spiritual path, they may feel judged by their surroundings, by people that have been in their life for a long time, and they might not understand this new version of yourself or this new perspective that you have. And so it's hard for you to find your footing into this new path without feeling guilty or feeling like you're being judged by others. And you're looking for that spiritual guidance that can help you feel safe in this exploration of the spiritual world, you know, and not feeling like you're going to be judged by people in your life. And that can be very scary, especially when, you know, we love our family, or we love our, our chosen group of friends and our inner circle and everything. And you want to feel like they support you and that they're not going to judge you and condemn you. But sometimes you might find that people, they're just going to judge and they're just going to shame. And that's when you will have to make that choice, and decide, you know, is their opinion and their approval going to be something that prevents you from growing, prevents you from your exploration into something that you may feel like in your heart and in your soul that this is a path that you're meant to be walking, so that you can gain more perspective, more knowledge, more guidance on. And I feel for you, pile number 3, because it can make you feel isolated a little bit, because this is a journey that you have to go on, and not everybody is open-minded enough to have that open dialogue. Some people just want to judge and cut you out of their life and saying nope, and use terms like you don't believe in God. And I've heard that spoken to my mother, because she's on the same spiritual path as me. We're more open-minded and allowing others on their own journey, because who are we to judge? We are not God, and we believe that God created everything and all things, and everybody's on their own journey of seeking truth and connection to their divinity within. And so we should be allowing others their own journey and not judging, because Source has a plan. Everybody's has a destiny, and they're all walking their own paths. And to be in that place of allowance, without judging, to observe without judging. So let me see. Let's see what information we can get, because this might not apply to you, and if this doesn't, then this isn't your reading. But I'm going to see if there's any other messages. But so far, this is what's coming through. We have intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. Okay, so this refers to that divine guidance. There's a question that you have. There's something that you're seeking. You're on the seeking path, and you're wanting to seek more spiritual knowledge, more spiritual connection. Maybe you've been questioning, what's the meaning of my life? What's the purpose of this incarnation? Why am I here? And sometimes, we're not sure of our divine purpose. And what information, what guidance I can give you on that is to follow your heart. What lights you up? What makes you feel good? What are some creative projects or crafts or anything like that you can do with your own hands that makes you feel really good? Maybe you like to cook. Maybe you like to, do painting or listen to music. It's anything like that that makes you feel good, that lights you up. And you don't even have to be good at it. It's just something. I mean, because eventually you'll get there. You will master your craft and your tool and your passions, but it's finding that light and being guided by your inner light and listening to your intuition so that you can be guided forward along the path. And then listen to your own heart. Follow your truth. We have nature. Ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals. So you're being asked to, go outside and spend some time in Mother Nature. She is I want to say a gate to connect to the spiritual, because everything that is spiritual is reflected in nature. And the more you can spend some time in nature, this gives you a time to reflect. It gives you a time to feel nurtured and supported. Mother Nature is our biggest, supporter. She is essentially all of our mothers. She provides everything for us. She provides shade, the wind, the air that we breathe, the food for for all of us, whether it's in nurturing the animals that live on her, or the plant kingdom that provides, our fruits and vegetables and everything, and the wheat and the grain. Everything is provided here by Mother Nature and everything that exists here on Mother Nature. And so when you connect to Mother Nature, it helps to put you in the present moment and to give you these grounded perspectives. So you're not living in the past and you're not focused on the future. You're right here, right now, and it gives you this time to meditate and connect to the divine energies that are within us, because they're within everyone. You just have to connect and tap in. We have liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. I love this. We have this beautiful dove here, and you want to be set free. You want to set your heart free from feeling judged by others, from feeling, negativity and this harsh eye that always wants to look at you like you're not good enough, or make you feel like you're not worthy enough. You're not living the life you're supposed to be. You're not living a godly life, things like this, where you are constantly being scrutinized for all of your choices and everything that you're doing because you're not living up to a certain person's expectation, And we all, to a degree, like, I know it's hard because we always seek approval from our family and we always want to feel like we're accepted. But some of these are like old, outdated programs and belief systems that need to change, because that's how they were raised and that's in the world that they were raised and living in. And we're not living in that world anymore. Everything has changed, And we also have to be able to change and open and expand and have different belief systems, because things are changing and we're evolving and growing, and we're learning to love differently and see love differently and see one another differently. And so we need to be less judgmental and be more open and more understanding. And the more you can let go of these limitations, these old belief systems, these old patterns and everything, and liberate yourself, set yourself free from feeling, so judged and feeling like you need to be shamed for wanting to seek something that makes you feel whole, something that resonates with your soul, as the divine, as the truth, where you don't need anybody to interpret for you. You are the one who can connect and tap in on your own. We are all connected and divine to the divine, because we are all part of the divine. And so you don't need anybody to tell you how God loves you and how to connect to God. All you have to do is connect within. And the way you do that is by going out in nature and spending some time on your own in contemplation and quiet contemplation. And you will find God there. You will find your truth there. Start to be more observant, watching the animals, watching the trees, watching the plants. I will suggest starting a garden, because watching and connecting to nature helps us understand and connect to Source Creator, and even understanding ourselves and how we, as part of Source, grow, and how we learn, and how we need to tend to our needs and to nurture ourselves and to grow and expand. There's so much of a connection with nature and source. You just have to open your mind and expand it and be more observant to see it, and this is how you will receive more connection to source when you spend more time outside in nature. I promise you. Like right here, right now, this is how I connect to source. I always make sure that I have this beautiful window in front of me, where I have this huge back field in my backyard where I have tons of trees. I have a whole big field, and some of it's fenced off, but there's still so much plant life and trees. We don't have the typical fields that you see on a farm, where it's just straight field. We actually have trees. I love trees. So we have trees all around our home. We have trees in some of our fields everywhere, because there has to be shade for our animals. I get to see my horses. I get to see tons of birds. I get to see the goats, you know, I get to see the cats and the dogs, the guineas, the peacock, everything that's running around the farm that's in this area. Like I get to view outside my window. Not to mention the insects, the butterflies, you know, everything that's just in nature all the time. Like for me, that's how I connect and tap in. And so get in nature and find your own rhythm. Find what makes you feel connected and tapped in and tuned into your own spirituality. Okay? We have Earth Guardian. Yes, Mother Nature is speaking to you. She's calling you, wanting you to connect to her because she is going to be a guardian, a guide for you to go into the spiritual realm so that you can feel more connected to your spiritual self. Okay? Make some time like each day, you know, and it can be like even 15-20 minutes, you know, go for a walk outside, go for in the park, you know, if you don't have a lot of forest around you, you know, to go on a hike in, or you know, there's ways to access Mother Nature, especially like if you live in an apartment or the city or something like that. Find ways to get out in nature as much as you can. And that could be bringing nature to you. Buy you some earth house plants, you know, into your own home so you can create your own little sanctuary, your own sacred space, you know, bring crystals into your environment because they help shift frequencies as well. They help us to ground so much spiritual energy, and people are just very unaware of how beneficial crystals are to us. Yeah, and it will also, the more you connect to earth, the more you'll connect to your heart. And inside your heart, this is where we have access to everything, to the source of all. It is within our heart, because in our heart is where everything lies. This is our center, you know. This is where we bridge the spiritual and the physical, where they come into unison together is in our heart space. And so if you rearrange the letters of earth, you get the word heart, okay? So just know that this is where you need to be, is in your center, in your heart. And we connect to our heart when we're in nature. And there's a reason why there's so much green in nature and why the heart chakra is green. Essentially, like our higher heart is the pink color, but that's when we activate the next layer of our chakras, because we have 7 chakras that run up our physical body, but then we have another layer that surrounds us in our astral body here. And the higher heart chakra, when it's activated, it is a pink glow. So it's like this watermelon. So we have this green and pink heart space here. Okay, what else do we have? We have cave, sanctuary. Exactly. You need to take some time to go within, into your own heart. Spend some time alone and connecting with Mother Earth. We have tsunami, wake-up call. It is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up call. Time for you to go on a spiritual journey, to learn more about your truth, to liberate yourself from these judgmental thoughts, these judgmental people, how you perceive yourself, maybe how you perceive your spiritual connection, what's true for you. We have chaos and conflict. Okay. So look, I feel like looking at this, it's a zebra, but it's in a giraffe type, when I say skin, you know? So it's like the truth being revealed, who you really are, shedding the skin of this false you so that you can be your more authentic self, who you really are. The truth is going to be revealed to you. You just have to get in and uncover it to reveal it, you know, but it requires you to go on this spiritual journey, to go within, into your heart, so that you can liberate yourself from this judgment of feeling judged. Because maybe you don't quite fit in Maybe you are different, and there's a reason for that. We need people who are different because that's how change is created. Because we don't, it's like a duplicate, a copy, a copy, a copy, a copy, a copy, and eventually that copy it gets outdated, it needs to be upgraded, and you're the upgrade, and you're coming in here to create that change, to shift those perspectives, to offer a new way, a new path, a new connection, a new way of perceiving and seeing things. You're meant to be different, to shine your unique light so that you can disrupt this judgment, this false light, this false truth. Yeah, just shedding your skin. So what you're manifesting is a spiritual connection to your truth and liberating yourself from judgment, from others, and from yourself. Okay, let me get you a few cards here to fill in the spot right there. Pile number 3. And this shift is going to help you create like new foundations for future generations. So you're like setting the path and creating this safe space for them. Ooh, we have Penguin Authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself. So I love that we have more confirmation about being your authentic self, your truth, and expressing who you are. Because like I was saying, sometimes our family can have these expectations of us, and we have to live up to their expectations, and that's not true. Our parents want to enforce their beliefs onto us and their expectations onto us, but we are not theirs. We are our own person, and we have our own mission here, and you have to stay true to that, because that is your sole purpose. That's why you incarnated, was for this reason, not to live out your life for your parents' wishes and desires. And it's hard to hear that, and it's hard for your parents to hear that, but they are their own person. They are creator's children. Yes, we were the ones chosen to bring that soul here and serve as the bridge for that soul to get here, but they aren't here fulfilling our purpose and our needs. They're here to fulfill their own mission, what source sent them here to do, what they signed up to do. They came here for their own purpose, and you are here for your own purpose. And it's time for you to liberate yourself from feeling like you have to live up to their expectation. Now, I want you to think about, the parents who create, a business, a family business, and they have children, and let's say one of their children's very good at being an athlete, but their family business is like, publishing and books, but their child is very good at playing sports and they want to be an athlete. Now, are they going to make their child give up their dream of being an athlete just to continue on the family business? And I empathize with both people here, because I know the parents, like, they're just trying to give their children like a leg up, right? Like, we've devoted our life into creating this business so that it would provide for future generations and such. But they also have to accept that that was like their dream and what they wanted to create, but it might not be their children's dream, and what they're here to create. And so they might not want to take on the family business. And so it's hard because they might have to let their dream go, but they also have to see that that was their dream and they did it. They fulfilled it. And yes, they now have the money that they can invest in their child's dream. You know what I mean? And allowing their child to live up to their potential. And that's what they should be. It shouldn't be this place of judging, and if you're not doing what we want you to do, then, then we're shaming you and ignoring you and casting you out of the family. You know, that's not true family. That's somebody who's trying to suppress your joy and rob you of your joy and rob you of your light and trying to squish you so that you're not this beautiful, being that's creating their own life and their own dream and shining their own unique light. I mean, we all have our own mission here, and you have to be able to discern when to set a boundary, stand up for yourself and say, look, that is your dream, and I understand that that was the way you were raised, and that's how you perceive things. But for me, this is my truth, and this is what I want to do with my life. And if you want to be a part of my life, then I want you to support me and try to love me unconditionally. These are how I want to be loved by you. This is a relationship I want from you. And if you can't give me that, then I have to set this boundary and, I'm sorry, not include you in my life so much. I can still love you and have love for you, but I don't have to have your approval for everything that I do, and it's having that confidence and reassuring yourself that you're doing what you are meant to be doing, and to follow your heart and listen to your intuition to guide you. Oh, I love it. Next card, personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Now, we all have different animal spirits that guide us along the path at different times of our journey, and some of them have been with us through our youth. Is there a specific stuffed animal or, something out in nature that you were very drawn to in your youth? These are like our spirit guides for life. They've been with you, and you are being asked to maybe look into their energy, tap into their energy to support and give you that solid foundation, to give you that strength to climb this mountain, to achieve this goal, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Use your strength. Use that to help give you that strength to be able to have this, healthy boundary for yourself, to stand up for yourself. We have polar bear, mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. I love that for you, pile number 3. You have the strength to do this, to face these opposing energies that want to squish your energy. You have some gifts and talents that you need to utilize, that are meant to be shared with others. You have a healing energy to you, and you're meant to bring this healing into your family so that future generations aren't being raised in this suppressed type of energy, you know what I mean, where they can't express their true light and shine their true selves without having these enforced belief systems on them that this is how they have to be and this is the way it is, and if you don't, then there is consequences, like harsh consequences that aren't really fair. I'm sending you lots of love, pile number 3, because it isn't easy, you know what I mean? And believe me, I know I have family members that are just like this. And, I've had to set those healthy boundaries and demand respect. And I should be able to believe my own personal beliefs without feeling like you can't have me in your life because of my own truths. I'm not enforcing them on anybody else. This is just my own connection, what I found to be true for me, and it's what makes me feel good. And I'm not doing anything to hurt anybody. Like I still practice Christ's teachings, I still love others. I give unto others. I always want to help anybody else. I don't judge anybody for their spiritual truths and beliefs. If that's where you have found a spiritual connection, I'm so happy for you, because that is your truth, in whatever way it is. You have found spiritual connection and truth. And some people, they need, they need that religion, because I believe the people who are attached to that religion are the people who had like no boundaries, and it's a lot of it has to do with the addicts and everything like that, and they have found something to believe in that stops them and prevents them from being an addict and going towards those drugs and everything. So they need that structure in their life, you know, or else they will just be very chaotic. But not all of us need such tight, you know, confines. We we like to have an expanded connection, you know what I mean? Because we're not baby souls, we're older souls. And so we have a different connection to source. It's more expanded, it's more encompassing. And the younger souls, I believe they need more structure in their life. And so they need these teachings here to keep them in place. So that they feel more safe and more grounded and connected, or else they'll just, you know, get on that chaotic path again and they don't trust themselves. So they need structure. So I don't judge anybody, and none of us should be judged either. Okay. So I'm sending you so much love. You can do this. Pile number 3. Shine your unique light. Embrace yourself. Liberate yourself from this judgment. I'm going to put this back over here. All right, pile number 3, that was your reading. Sending you lots of love. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you back for future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.